All right, I'm going to go live now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. I am so excited for this episode. It is a little different than the musical episodes we've done in the past. Mostly, I'm hosting my show again. We'll get to that when we do the introductions. Before we do that, if you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. So happy you decided to pick this one. This is episode 151. So if you like this, you should go back and watch some of those other episodes. Watch the musical episodes. Watch any of the others. Some of them are pretty good. Also, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you should join that. If you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video, that's where you can get all the information about this show, including how to be on it. I will start booking for February pretty soon. This month is winding down. So if you want to be a contestant on this show, look out for that either on Facebook or on Twitter and Instagram at IMDbGame. If you're not new to this show, but you haven't watched in a few weeks, I should let you know we switched things up a little bit. Still testing things out, seeing how they're going. We're only doing 8 movies instead of 12 now. We got some mini games thrown in. In fact, let's show you how one of those works by bringing in our contestants tonight. Joining me on the show are Amma Marfo, Manix Catino, Jenny Isme, and Marty Viscosi. Hey, everybody.
Yo.
Hi.
Hi.
Now to see, let's get a point on the board and see who I talk to first. We're going to start with a little mini game here. This is a game called Track Listing. What I'm going to do is read the titles of a bunch of songs from a movie musical. I just want you to tell me what musical these songs are from. When you think you know the answer, raise your hand. You can only guess once, so use it correctly. I'll give you a point, and I'll talk to you first. Everybody know what's going on?
Do you mean raise hand, the Zoom gesture?
The digital
raise
hand, yes.
Okay.
No, the regular way that we buzz in on this show.
Jenny, your repositioning has me intimidated. You're like, let me get close to the screen. Let me get to the edge of my chair. Like, holy shit, what's about to happen?
This is the only time I have a shadow of a chance.
All right, so stick with me. There's a lot of songs in this movie. Let's see how fast you can get it. In this movie is a song called Main Title. Also, March, News of the Day, Temptation, Beautiful Girl, Dignity, Would You, Should I, You Are My Lucky Star, Stunt Montage, From Dueling to Dancing.
You got caught.
I've Got a Feeling You're Fooling, The Wedding of the Painted Doll.
Did you give us a year?
I did not give it a year.
Okay.
You'll get it eventually. Good Night, Kathy. Jean Dreams of Kathy. You Were Meant for Me. Broadway Rhythm Ballet. First Silent Picture. Amma has a guess. What do you think, Amma?
Singing in the Rain?
It is Singing in the Rain. We were just about to get to all the songs that you probably know from Singing in the Rain. I mean,
Main Title is a classic.
Good Morning, Fit as a Fiddle, Moses Supposes, Make 'Em Laugh, and of course, Singing in the Rain. That means, Amma, you get a point. I'm talking to you first. Returning, if you watch Monday's show, you've already seen her do great. Amma Marfo back on the show. Hey, Amma.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fit as a fiddle.
So we established on the last episode, you like books.
I do.
You like animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
Does musicals fall on the list of things you like?
It certainly does. We were a Rodgers and Hammerstein household growing up, and I maintain very high standards for musicals. I fight on their behalf in conversations with people all the time. So yes, I absolutely am a fan.
Well, perfect. Then I am excited to see how you do with this. I think that there are some movies on this list that are right in that Rodgers and Hammerstein, not to give anything away.
Sure.
Well, Amma, do you have either a favorite musical or one that you think not enough people have seen that you want to recommend people see?
I do have a favorite. So a fact that I consider fun, we can decide if it's fun overall, is I have the same birthday as Gene Kelly. So I try to watch a Gene Kelly movie every year on our birthday. And most of the time it ends up being An American in Paris, because that is my favorite Gene Kelly movie and my favorite musical.
That is a great suggestion. It's Gene Kelly.
It's a fun one.
Well, Amma, thank you so much for being back on this. Also returning to the show, this time in a totally different capacity. If you watched the last 2 musical episodes, you will have seen her host the show and me do okay on the show. I'm excited to see how she fares playing this game. Jenny Isme, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I didn't realize there were that many musicals left, so I'm a little nervous because I thought I had found them all.
I had to cut some. I don't want to go into the game with more than 24 movies because I want to put all of them up as suggestions. So I stopped looking after a while.
I feel like the thing I'm most curious about is because it was almost a year ago. Can you believe it? Oh my God. It was a good 9 months ago or something. I'm
82
wondering how
and
many...
92. Those were the 2 episodes.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how many new warnings these movies may have garnered that I won't have seen, that are just going to blow my mind. I'm going to have a
very good
today.
Very good point.
What new things are people offended with?
Yeah. People are writing new things all the time. I've looked at the same movies 8, 9, 10 times before figuring out how to make them work. I will also say that I think that there are 2 movies on this list that have come out since you've hosted.
2 musicals have come out since I've hosted? Help. Oh no.
I mean, we'll see if we get to them. People seem to always be afraid to pick 2022.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but The Whale was a musical.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why Brendan Fraser's getting all this accolade. He managed to sing well, even in a fat suit.
Figuratively huge, if true.
Oh, I'm so happy he's back and so disappointed it's in this role.
Yeah, a lot of feelings.
Anyway, Jenny, I know that during your episodes, we talked through as much as we can talk about in musicals. So I will ask you, is there anything you have left to recommend? Any maybe lesser known things, or do you just want to talk about your favorite again?
I feel like apparently I need to recommend Newsies because it was a shock to me. It was horrifying to find out how few people did not consider that a formative piece of media, that at least 80% of my 6th grade personality had to do with that movie. So I'm shocked. So I guess if you haven't watched Newsies, watch Newsies. But not the Broadway. Oh, no.
I'm ashamed to admit I still haven't put it on.
Nick, I'm coming over to your house.
Christian Bale in a musical. That should be, and actually it's his 2nd musical, but we won't go down that road. Well, it was his 1st musical, but out of 2 that I know of. I think he only did 2.
I'm wondering if we're thinking of the same 2. We must be.
Probably. Is one very much not about David Bowie?
Then he must have 3, unless you're saying Pocahontas is very much not about David Bowie.
Nick went where I was going.
No, I was actually headed for it. That'll be my other recommendation then. Velvet Goldmine. Is anybody here?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I mean, now I sound crazy for asking if you have, but like Newsies was off the table.
I mean,
yeah,
it took me a
Goldmine.
second when you said a Christian Bale movie very much not about David Bowie. I'm like, The Prestige isn't a musical.
I wish it was.
Yeah, Newsies. I will watch Newsies at some point. Also returning to the show, if you saw Monday's episode, you've seen them. If you've seen any of the musicals episode, you've seen them dominate this game. I'm excited to see how angry they get at me this time. Marty Viscosi, welcome back to the show.
Hello. I'm looking forward to losing to Jenny and or anyone else here. But like,
I feel like you're coming
already
in.
Looked at IMDb. Like,
I still feel like you have a good shot. I mean, you know your musicals,
I sure do.
as proven in the last 2 times we've done this.
It sure has been proven.
You've defeated me twice on musicals,
have.
which is why I will not face you again on musicals.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, I don't know how many times you've been on this show at this point, but we've talked as much as we can about musicals. This is your 27th appearance on the show.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have anything new to add? Do you have anything you want to recommend? Anything you want to talk about?
I saw Phantom of the Paradise for the second time a couple months ago, and it was the first time I had seen it sober. And I quite enjoyed it, and I think it is overlooked and underrated.
That is a huge one on my must-see list.
It's
Is that
so
streaming
good.
somewhere?
I don't remember if it's streaming. I saw it like in a theater in Minneapolis.
Oh.
And it was so it was a oh my god, why am I blanking on her name? Jessica something. She's in Suspiria. It was like a double feature with her. Jessica Harper? Question mark? I don't know.
Maybe. I think the blank faces of everybody in this game.
So cool.
No idea.
Well, she plays the love interest in it and is delightful, and her dancing is like delightfully 70s, and she has a funky little hat moment, and it's a real good time. I listened to the soundtrack in my car for like a month straight after I saw it.
I have to watch it. That is so much up my alley. And the only reason I haven't watched it, I think at this point, because I can't find it anywhere like easily. So I'm gonna bump it back up on my list. Phantom of the Paradise. Marty, welcome back. Finally returning to the show. Been a while after being on this show, I think once a week for a little stretch. So happy he's back. Manix Catino, welcome back.
Woo. Hello.
How you doing tonight?
Doing all right.
All right. I feel like I should know this about you, but apparently I don't. Are you a big musical person?
I love musicals. Yes.
I don't know how I don't know that about you.
I don't know, Nick. There's a lot you don't know about me.
Yeah, I guess so. We stopped hanging out when I was, I don't know, 5, 6.
Yeah, when I got my own Sega and didn't have to use yours.
Well, then I assume that you have some pretty good suggestions as to musicals people should watch, or just one that you love.
I do, but my mind is completely drawn a blank, and the only one I can think of right now is Kinky Boots. So, and it's a good one. So,
I mean, y'all recommended movies I haven't seen, so that's all I want from this. I have to see Kinky Boots. I know this.
Yeah, it's a good one. And the other one I was questioning if it was even a musical is Better Nate Than Ever on Disney Plus.
I will tell you, I cannot add to that debate because I don't know anything about that aside from the title.
I think it counts.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with that then.
All right. Well, it counts and may or may not show up on the show tonight. It won't. Well, excellent recommendations, everybody. Thank you for coming back. Before we get into the real game, let's do one more of these track listings. Again, buzz in when you think you know. One guess per person. This one has fewer songs, so get in there as soon as you think you have a guess. This movie has a song called Children, He Needs Me, It's Not Easy Being Me. Jenny has a guess. Jenny, what do you think?
I just have to finish singing He Needs Me in my head. I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Is it Carousel?
It is not Carousel. Marty, what do you think? You are muted.
Is this Oliver and Company?
It is not Oliver and Company either.
Great guess, though.
Yep, and no negative points for guessing. So this is just between Amma and Manix now. There's in the song called "Everything Is Food." I'm mean. He's large. Sweet Haven. Sail with me. Blow me down. Sweet Pea's Lullaby. Manix, what do you think?
Popeye.
Of course it's Popeye. This is the Robert Altman, Robin Williams Popeye.
I haven't seen it.
It came on the TV recently, and I don't know how this is a movie.
I learned
I
it
don't
was a
know who
musical
they made
right
it
now.
for. Oh yeah, there are also I Am What I Am and I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. So there's at least 10 songs in that movie. Like, none of it makes sense except for the casting of Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Greatest casting.
Perfect.
Now imagine a crossover between that and The Shining together.
Well, that means that Amma and Manix both start the game with 1 point each. As we go into the main game, you all know how this works, but if you're new to this, here's what's going to happen. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for a bunch of musicals. I don't know who writes these warnings. I don't write them. The anonymous weirdos just keep providing me with content. I'm going to read these warnings. My friends here are going to try to guess what musical these are from. Manix, since you got that right, I'm going to give you first choice of the years. Would you like a musical from 1957, 1962, or 1970?
How about 1962?
1962.
And just try to remember what's getting 60 years old right now.
Yeah, this movie turned 60 last year. 1962, musical for 5 points under the category of violence and gore. There is some talk of tarring and feathering in the film. Okay, for 4 points under the category of profanity, the mayor treats a man's expression of, quote, great honk as if it were profanity. Jenny has a guess. Anybody else? Jenny, what do you think?
I think it's The Music.
Jenny, you think correctly. This is The Music Man.
Dang it, Shapoopy.
I'm gonna do okay, maybe.
I think you might.
This is a landmark game, you guys.
Also in The Music Man, under violence and gore, near the end, anvil salesman Charlie Cowell accidentally drops an anvil on his own foot. It is played for laughs. Sex and nudity, some kissing scenes, but no sex or nudity. Although all during the first half, Harold Hill treats Marion as if he were trying to seduce her. The most explicit he gets is when he says, "Maiden lady librarians who give piano lessons are a specialty of mine. I'll back into a corner and breathe on her glasses." And alcohol, drugs, and smoking, alcoholic references made during You Got Trouble. That means Jenny is at 4 points, Amma and Manix both at 1, Marty at 0. Marty, you do get to pick this year. Would you like a musical from 1981, 1998, or 2016?
2016.
2016.
The year everybody died.
I died 4 years before that.
I think everyone also died 4 years before that.
All right, 2016 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The movie has a few surreal parts, but they are unlikely to cause any harm. All right, for 4 points under sex and nudity. In the opening scene, a girl dancing flips her skirt up and panties are seen. Amma has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think,
What
Amma?
year was this?
It's 2016. All right, Amma?
La La Land.
It's everybody's favorite movie to lose to Moon. Moon. Wow, my brain just... Anyway, yes, it's La La Land.
An accident.
This is why I don't try to go off script. Everything I have is written down for me.
He even wrote down that one.
I did. I'm not going to show you, but everything I'm saying now, I'm saying now. Yeah, that's 4 points for Amma. Real weird way for me to give points. I'm doing fine. We're all doing okay. Also in La La Land, under frightening and intense scenes, there's one scene that has a high-pitched fire alarm go off, which could be intense for some people. Frightening and intense scenes, the dinner/confrontation scene between Mia and Seb intensifies, raising voices out of frustration. Nothing physical occurs. And frightening and intense scenes, the ending scene is very emotional. The song Audition can be very emotional for some. The last song is very sad, as it doesn't portray the traditional happy ever after. Means Amma, you've jumped to the lead at 5 points. Jenny right behind at 4. Manix at 1. Marty at 0.
I need to start guessing because I knew that one.
Amma, would you like a musical from 1976, 2011, or 2022?
I will boldly go to 2022.
Sounds good. All right, this movie came out at some point last year, 2022 for 5 points, under frightening and intense scenes. Some character designs are rather creepy and can be scary for young children.
I'm doing it. I'm just gotta find the button. There
Jenny
we go.
seems so excited to answer. Anybody else have any guesses? All right, Jenny.
I'm pressing the buttons.
Oh, hold on. Manix, what do you think?
I was going to say Cats.
Jenny, what do you think?
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Cats very famously came out like right before the COVID lockdown.
Did it?
Uh-huh. This is, however, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
I just watched that.
Full
It's
title.
not
and
what I
everything.
anticipated. It was good.
Wow. Yeah, Jenny, this
It's
might
a
be
new
your
day.
game. Also in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, under frightening and intense scenes, the ending of this movie is darker than expected and may be very disturbing to younger children, requiring parental explanation, if parents can explain it without upsetting the child further. Frightening and intense scenes, the film is a darker version of the better-known story and features themes of war, death, and fascism. None of it is too graphic or too disturbing since it's a PG-rated film, but it can still be upsetting to viewers. Violence and gore Sebastian J. Cricket gets hit and smashed many times throughout the film, which is a recurring gag that is played for laughs. And violence and gore, Geppetto makes a cross with Jesus for a church, and they paint him blood with a bit of red on his head. So there's canonically Jesus in the new Pinocchio.
Oh yeah. Oh, he plays a significant role. Wild.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's not what you think it's gonna be. I also learned it was a musical as they started singing. Again, I did not, if you don't explicitly say the musical at the end, I do not expect it.
But that would like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio the musical
It's a lot of words.
A lot of words.
The
The legend
Fall Out Boy
begins.
song at that point.
Jenny back in the lead with 9 points. Amma at 5. Manix and Marty both at 0. We've got one more left for this round. Jenny, you get to pick the year. Would you like a movie from 1954, 1967, or 1972?
1972, please.
All right. 1972 for 5 points under sex and nudity. References to whores and the French disease may raise some eyebrows. 3 hands went up real quick. Amma, what do you think?
Cabaret.
Marty, what do you think?
Phantom of the Paradise.
Jenny, what do you think?
Cabaret.
It is not Phantom of the Paradise. It is not Cabaret. Right, for 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, Stephen Hopkins of Rhode Island is constantly bellowing for rum. Although to a degree, this is a culturally correct in a time and place where water was not safe. I seem to recall that some members are shown smoking tobacco, but not as a major plot point. Amma has another guess. Anybody else? All right, Amma, what do you think?
1776.
This is 1776.
I love this one. I hate American government, but I love this one.
I know nothing about this show.
Oh, it's
Wild.
Yeah.
Aside from what I read in the parental warnings, I've never seen it. I don't know that I've heard a song from it.
so William Daniels plays John Adams, and then years later he was Mr. Feeney at John Adams High, and that's a fun thing.
What's
I
that?
feel like I did know that, but wouldn't have been able to pull it. Also in 1776, under sex and nudity, it should be noted that in 2003, the Fairfax County, Virginia School Board banned this movie over Jefferson's declaration of his yearning for his wife. If this is a point of concern for you, view the movie before showing it to your children. Profanity. This movie is really problematic with profanity, especially for a 40-year-old production. A delegate uses the phrase son of a bitch once in the director's cut and extended cut only. Several invocations of the deity, including one time in direct address to him. Several desires for several parties to be exiled to perdition. A few desires for John Adams to meet premature judgment. And violence and gore. At one point, 2 of the characters start fencing with their walking sticks. One of the songs, Mama Looks Sharp, describes but does not show the death of a soldier on the battlefield. The Revolutionary War is otherwise off-screen.
Yes, that's the words that people talk about when they say problematic language and profanity in an old movie. That is the list they refer to.
Several invocations of the deity.
Oh,
Capital D.
sweet Jesus.
Amma and Jenny tied at 8 points. Manix at 0, Marty at -1. That brings us to the halfway point of this game, which means it's time for another mini game. This one is a multiple choice game. Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to ask one of you individually to pick between 4 things. I'm going to give you the choice between the 4. If you guess it right, you get 4 points. If not, the next person gets to guess. If they get it right, 3 points. If not, next person gets 2 points. If not, last person gets 1 point if they can remember the thing that's left. So just wait. I will talk to each of you directly. This game is called Cut Songs. I am going to give you a musical and 4 songs. This musical is a Broadway adaptation with a song that's been cut from the movie. You just have to tell me which of these songs did not make the movie. Marty, because you're in last place, you're going to go first.
So cool.
Which of these songs is not in the 2007 Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street? Is it Alms, Alms, The Ballad of Sweeney Todd, Ladies and Their Sensitivities, or No Place Like London?
Oh my god, which is it? Like, I know the stage version super well, and I know the movie a little because I was like a really obnoxious theater kid. Like, oh, it's not the George and Angela Lansbury. Oh my god, which one isn't in the movie? Can you repeat the list? Sorry.
Alms, Alms, The Ballad of Sweeney Todd, Ladies and Their Sensitivities, or No Place Like London?
I'm gonna go Ladies and Their Sensitivities.
It is incorrect. Amma, is it Alms, Alms, The Ballad of Sweeney Todd, or No Place Like London?
Alms, Alms.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. Jenny, it's down to 2. Is it The Ballad of Sweeney Todd or No Place Like London?
I'm going to say No Place Like London.
Manix, what is the last song on this list?
The Ballad of Sweeney Todd.
The
I knew it was
Ballad
gonna
of
be a trick
Sweeney
question.
Todd. The opening
Really?
choral description of the show is not in the movie.
That was the one that I was like, for sure, this one is in the movie. I can picture it in these characters' voices.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Nope, nobody's asking you to come hear the tale of Sweeney Todd. That means 1 point to Manix, and we are going to go to Amma. I mean, this is perfect. I really think that you should get this on the 4 points, Amma.
Oh boy.
Which of these songs is not in the 1956 The King and I? Is it Hello, Young Lovers, I Have Dreamed, A Puzzlement, or Something Wonderful?
Can you read them again, please?
Sure can. Hello, Young Lovers, I Have Dreamed, A Puzzlement, or Something Wonderful?
It's been a little while since I've seen this one. A puzzlement? Question mark?
Incorrect.
Ugh.
Jenny, is it Hello, Young Lovers, I Have Dreamed, or Something Wonderful?
So I think we found like the problem of being theater nerds here is like I can't separate the stage show and the film.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I worried that this was going to be too easy for people who knew the shows, but
It's harder, I think. I'm gonna try. I think I Have Dreamed.
that is correct. I Have Dreamed is not in the movie. That is 3 points to Jenny. Manix, which of these? Nope, Jenny. We're going to Jenny now because Jenny, even though you got points, you do get to guess on this one.
Just so you know, I texted my mom to make sure she was watching just now, just in case. She is.
Jenny, which of these songs did not make it into the 1978 The Wiz? Is it Don't Nobody Bring Me No Bad News, The Feeling That We Have, I Was Born the Day Before Yesterday, or what would I do if I could feel?
I don't think I've seen The Wiz since high school. Can you run this by me one more time, please?
Sure can. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. The feeling that we have. I was born the day before yesterday. What would I do if I could feel?
Let's try I was born the day before yesterday.
That is another 4 points to you. I was born the day before yesterday, not in the movie. Final movie. This one does go to Manix. Which of these songs did not make it into the 1982 Annie? Is it Dumb Dog, Maybe, Sign, or Something Was Missing?
Sign.
That is incorrect. Marty, is it Dumb Dog, Maybe, or Something Was Missing?
Dumb Dog.
Amma, is it Maybe, or Something Was Missing?
Something was missing.
That is 2 points to Amma. The thing that is missing is something.
Something was missing. I like that. Nice touch.
Yeah, I found a list online of just the best songs cut out of movie versions and just went off of that. Because I wouldn't know what songs were cut from what musicals. Let's see what that did to the scores. Jenny picked up 7 points, bringing her to 15. Amma picked up 2, now at 10. Manix picked up 1, so 1 point, and Marty still at -1. Jenny, since you got the most points in that, I'm going to go to you to pick the years for the second round of this. Would you like a musical from 2007, 2014, or 2017?
There's 2007, 2014, and what was the last?
2017. Okay. From 2017 for 5 points under sex and nudity. Some female characters in skimpy costumes. Marty has a guess. Anybody else? Manix also has a guess.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want
sure.
to guess, Jenny?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Jenny, what do you think?
It was Wolverine. Shit, what is it called? Oh no. The Greatest Showman.
Manix, what do you think?
The Greatest Showman.
Marty, what do you think?
Greatest Showman.
From women in skimpy costumes, all 3 of you got 5 points. This is The Greatest Showman.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
We are gonna go for a record short episode.
Okay, I'm gonna say that was the one that I knew the year and the warning from previously. I've never actually seen Wolverine in that movie, but it sounds good. Wolverine and Zendaya are 2 of my favorites. But
Which one's
that was
Wolverine?
the one.
I've never seen it, but by
The guy from High School
coincidence,
Musical.
today, during my lunch break today, I was scrolling on my phone and just happened to watch a video about it that mentioned the year. I've never seen it.
That's so funny to me that
Manix,
sometimes the 5-point ones are movies that you haven't seen.
Manix, I think Wolverine is the guy from High School Musical. That sounds right to me.
The Efron.
No, the kid in the fedora.
Lucas Grabeel.
Also in The Greatest Showman, under
Google on this
frightening
now.
and intense scenes, a character is teased by the other dancers at her recital. One of them makes a joke about her family smelling like peanuts. She's very upset by this. Alcohol, Drugs, and Smoking, one entire musical number is centered around excessive drinking. It's done in a comical style, but may make some wince at the profusion of shots downed in a short period of time. Sex and Nudity, the trapeze woman wears Daisy Dukes at one point, and a few brief scenes show this off, not sexual. Also, don't think they were called Daisy Dukes at that point. And Profanity, the circus protesters call a few of the people from Barnum Circus freaks. Jenny, I think far surpassing your high score at this point at 20 points.
Maybe.
Amma
That
at
one
10.
game that fell apart that time.
Manix at 6. Marty at 4. You're all on the positives now. And as a reminder, there's a 10-point swing either way in the final round, up to a 10-point swing. So everybody's still in this game. I know Marty hates these games. Manix, back to you. Would you like a musical from 1982, 2007, or 2014?
So 2014.
2014. Okay, from 2014 for 5 points under Alcohol, Drugs, and Smoking. Jamie is seen drinking a lot in a few scenes. Amma has a guess off of that. Anybody else? All right, Amma, what movie do you think this is?
Is this the last 5 years?
I don't know how you remembered the names of these characters. This is the last 5 years. Wow. Here I was thinking that I'd be able to stump you on a couple of these, but no luck. Also in the last 5 years, if anybody's interested, under Profanity, in the original musical, there were many more F-bombs sung, but they were toned down so the film would receive a PG-13 rating. Profanity, one forcefully said F-word in the heat of an argument. Other profanities include shit, son of a bitch, what the hell, the D-word, and half-assed are sung.
D-word.
Sex and Nudity, Jamie and Kathy are driving on a freeway when Kathy begins kissing him on the neck. He pulls over to a campsite and the two prepare for intercourse. Jamie takes off his shirt, revealing his shoulders, and Kathy unbuckles some buttons on her shirt. No nudity is shown. And frightening and intense scenes, nothing frightening. The breakdown of their relationship at times is very upsetting. Knowing that the work is based off of the writer's real-life story makes it even more depressing. I've never seen the original, but I did really enjoy the movie.
I never heard of it.
I've never heard of it. So like the ones I haven't seen here, I just keep opening new tabs so that I can follow up and watch these. And the description that comes with this movie: in New York, a struggling actress and a successful writer sing about their failed marriage from two perspectives. What a description for a musical.
That's pretty much what it is.
It's not a fun musical, but it is a pretty good one. It's one of my favorite Anna Kendrick performances, I think.
I feel like she was an odd choice given like how it was written, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I have no idea about the original.
I don't need to have like a lot of fun with everything I watch, but I need to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, this isn't one that I'm like, you need to go out and see now.
It's not fun.
It's no let the right one in, which I still think you can get past and enjoy.
Would I put it in the basket with like Bjork and all the other sad ones, all that jazz?
It's
Dancer in the Dark, like the crying musical.
I think it is less depressing than those.
Yeah,
it's only depressing.
It's
It's
not
just
quite
a
all
failed
that jazz.
relationship.
Yeah.
You're just watching a couple.
The last one is let the right one in.
Anyway, Jenny at 20 points. Amma's moved up to 15. It's between the two of you at this point, I think, but Manix is at 6, Marty's at 4. You can both still jump in. There's 2 movies left plus the final. Marty, would you like a movie from 1967, 2006, or 2022?
2006.
2006. All right, the 2022 one that we skipped over here, I wanted to say when we were talking about how weird it would sound to say Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio the musical. We just skipped over Roald Dahl's Matilda the musical.
Tim Minchin. I love that guy.
He's great. That show is great. That movie's great. Go see Matilda if you haven't seen Matilda yet.
Yes, do it.
Radically different opinions on that one.
It's on my list for the weekend. I'm encouraged by the dancing because I take dancing very seriously in musicals.
Oh, the dancing is great.
Right, so I'm encouraged by that.
The music is great. I guess Marty has strong opinions the other way, but
just visibly
this can be our
dissenting.
scream.
Marty is
feel like
visibly
it's-
dissenting.
I feel like it's one of those situations where it's like you have a movie and a musical and you took the bad of both. And like
Interesting.
I didn't care for it. I watched
Fair
it because my
enough.
partner wanted to. I didn't like it.
Anyway,
I haven't
we're not
watched
doing
it yet. Oh,
I think it's the only musical I've actually seen on Broadway proper. So I was kind of just thrilled for it to come out. And
like I know
think
a
it's
handful of the
serviceable.
songs.
Anyway, we're not doing that. We're doing a movie from 2006.
Is
For
it
5
Matilda?
points under violence and gore, a girl tells a boy she would rather stick pins in her eyes. A girl tells a boy she would rather stick pins in her eyes.
I know this.
All right, for 4 points under sex and nudity, in some scenes, boys can be seen shirtless in the changing rooms. Manix has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, Manix?
Is it High School Musical too?
It is not High School Musical 2.
I tried.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, one character is a stereotypical mean girl character and tends to get her way by being demanding and arrogant. Marty and Manix have both buzzed in. Anybody else? All right, Manix, what do you think this time?
Is it Heathers?
Marty, what do you think?
This High School Musical 1.
I can't believe it took you this long, but yes,
Neither
you
can
were
I.
off by 1, Manix. This is High School Musical.
Why did I thought it came out when I was still in high school.
Yeah, Marty, I thought you were going to go 5 points on that one.
I really
based
thought
on
it
the
was
year.
too, and now I can picture the exact context of that line, but I couldn't. Ugh.
I was just hoping it was going to be Mamma Mia so I could say Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia was 2008. I saw it for my 16th birthday. My mom stood up when Colin Firth's character was revealed as gay and yelled, "Woo!" which was her way of showing support because I had recently come out.
That's sweet.
That's very sweet.
It wasn't at the time. Like, picture Methuen Loop Theater, summer of 2008. 16 and trying to just under the radar.
Well, also in High School Musical, under frightening and intense scenes, students cause a toxic chemical reaction. As a way to cause a diversion, we see people panicking as they leave a science lab, and at the same time, they hack a scoreboard at a basketball game, which causes attendees to panic as well. And violence and gore, Gabriella slips and spills her lunch on Sharpay, which causes her to have a meltdown.
That's the mean girl character.
Really gotta get our heads in the game, Manix.
This one's bad for me today.
That means 1 movie is remaining before we go to the final. Jenny's at 20, Alma's at 15. Marty's still in it at 7. Manix has to make a decision at 4. Alma, you get to pick the last movie of the night. Would you like a movie from 1955, 1968, or 1996?
96.
96. All right. Last movie before the final. 1996 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. 2 characters are tied from a tree overhanging a tall cliff. The ropes holding them are slowly frayed.
What year did you say this was? Sorry.
96.
Okay. Could you repeat that clue? I'm sorry.
Sure
My father
can.
texted me about my grandmother.
Totally okay. 2 characters are tied from a tree overhanging a tall cliff. The ropes holding them are slowly frayed. Okay, for 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, rats on the voyage talk about and drink alcoholic beverages.
What year was it?
96.
I'll take a swing.
Jenny has a guess. Anybody else?
Not
Manix also has a guess. All right, Manix, what do you think?
Pocahontas. I don't know.
Jenny, what
I got
do
no
you
answer.
think?
You know what? I don't think actually.
Okay.
I retract my thoughts.
Fair enough. It is not Pocahontas.
I feel like I know the
Four.
Keep trying. Keep
For
trying.
3 points under violence and gore, Billy Bones suddenly dies of a heart attack. The character Dead Tom is just a skeleton. At one point, it is implied that he has been killed. It is implied that Flint killed some of his crew. Their skeletons are seen hanging from a tree briefly. We got 2 hands up. Anybody else? The leaders in the pack are staying safe. Manix, what do you think?
Tangled.
Marty, what do you think?
Here's the thing. I know what book this is. I don't know what version it is, and now my grandmother is calling me, and she turns 90 today, and I'm pretty sure it's Muppet Treasure Island.
I will give you those 3 points, Marty. You can talk to your grandmother. This is Muppet Treasure Island.
Happy birthday, Mima. That one's for you.
Happy birthday, Mima!
Billy Bones.
Also in Muppet Treasure Island, and I'll run this out a little bit. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Silver offers a few of the characters some brandy, but is told that alcohol consumption will be forbidden on their voyage. And sex and nudity. It is implied that Miss Piggy has had relationships with multiple pirates. That means going into the final round, Jenny is at 20. Amma is at 15. Marty is at 10. Manix is at 2. Here's how the final works. Amma and Marty, you've played this before. Here's what's going to happen. I am going to tell you that in a few seconds, I'm going to ask you how many of something related to an actor's filmography. That is the broad category I'm giving you. What I want you to do is message me privately a bet between 1 and 10 as to how well you think you can get the number of something. Closest to the number gets the points. If you get it exactly, I'll give you an extra 3 points. So everybody is still in this game.
Mario Grady says thank you for the happy birthdays.
Aw. We'll try to wrap this up quickly, and you can.
I already drew her bath. She's going to call me back tomorrow.
Well, I've got Amma's guess. I mean, not guess. Bet.
Oh wait, we don't get to find out what the something is before we bet?
No, I'm telling you, it is based on an actor's filmography. I'm going to ask you something specific about an actor. Manix and Marty have both entered in their bets.
I mean,
You
we can
are-
bet more than we have, right?
I mean, you can. Yeah. And Jenny. All right. Did it on Facebook. That also works.
Oh, you meant okay, I get it. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I was like, damn, they're all so fast. I thought you want
No, I got all your bets in now. There is, I think, a lot of people's favorite actress, one of the best actresses ever, is Meryl Streep. All I want to know is the very simple answer. How many musicals has Meryl Streep done? How many movie musicals has Meryl Streep got done? So just private message me your answer. Closest gets the points, and everybody else loses points. If you get it exactly, you get 3 more points. How many movie musicals has Meryl Streep been in? What a guess, Manix.
I mean,
All right, I got Manix, I've got Marty, I've got Jenny.
Alma's taking the time to show her work, actually. So she'll get
Exactly.
extra credit.
Now, I wanted to at least give something that you could conceivably know. All right, we've got everybody's answers in. Let's see how this shakes out.
this is going to be my lowest
Meryl
score ever.
Streep has been in A Prairie Home Companion in 2006, Mamma Mia in 2008, Into the Woods in 2014, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again in 2018, Mary Poppins Returns in 2018, and The Prom in 2020, meaning that Meryl Streep has been in 6 movie musicals. Jenny was 3 off. You guessed 3. Manix was 3.24 off. You guessed 9.24. Amma and Marty both guessed 6.
Wow.
That means you get your bets plus 3 points. Amma bet 2 points, meaning that you get 5 extra points there. Jenny bet 1 point, so you only lose 1. Manix bet all 10 points, losing 10. Marty bet 10 points plus 3, getting 13 points off of that. That means our final scores tonight: Manix at -8,
Woo.
Jenny at 19, Amma at 20, but the person who hates this round the most
I do hate this game.
wins the game with 23 points. Marty is the winner tonight.
Long live the king.
Here's the thing, Nick. I
3
shouldn't
for
have
3.
won. I hate this mini game.
I
I'll
think
take it, but I'm so
nailed,
mad.
you nailed the question head on. I think that that deserves something.
Yeah, not the title.
You also got 0 points in both other mini games, so you had
That's fair, and I like those ones. That's the thing. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong.
take it.
Yeah, take the if you don't
Take
want
the
the win,
win.
I'll take it. So
that's okay.
please,
That's
I can
please
give it
take
to I can give it to Amma.
Oh, that's okay. I'll keep it. That's fine.
Okay. Well, this was so fun. Thank you all so much for doing this. I do feel like it might have gone differently if we didn't have these mini games. But I keep saying I want this game to be better for people who might not be the best at this game. I want to go through this list real quick of the other movies I pulled, just for like Jenny's benefit. Here's the other movies I found that we didn't get to. Jailhouse Rock, Scrooge, Prince of Egypt, Shock Treatment, the remake of Footloose, Bugsy Malone, Camelot, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, Into the Woods, Across the Universe, the remake of Hairspray, Pink Floyd The Wall, The Jungle Book, Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical, Funny Girl, and Lady and the Tramp. So that's there's some musicals.
They sure are.
Love Prince of Egypt. I'm kind of bummed we didn't get that one.
I'm shocked how
not one
many
of
are
them was-
still on my list that are untapped. Like, how do we still have unique musical lists?
Can I ask at this point what we haven't touched? Do you have that list, or do you know off the top of your head?
I'm pretty sure we never did. We never did South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I could have sworn
That's
that was
fair.
going to show up today. I really thought it would.
It's been used in a game. It's out of the rotation right now. That's the only reason.
We never did The Meaning of Life, Monty Python's Meaning of Life. I think From Justin to Kelly, I think I may have ranted about,
Oh
but we
my
didn't
God.
actually do 2003's
I
Opus.
tried so many times to get that to work. I don't know how you found clues to make that work.
It must have
tried
had.
it.
I think
I've tried it for a few different categories, but
please hold. I mean, I can pull that up.
you don't have to. While you're doing this, before we go, if there's anything anybody wants to promote, anywhere they want to be found, any last words, Manix, I'll start with you.
Find my art pages, Manix's Creative, Stuff and Things on Facebook, Manix's Creative MCSAT on Instagram. I do graphic design prints. I am in a store in Concord, New Hampshire called Makers on Main Street. I have some prints and some thingamabobs for sale. And I also do commissions and gifts, and just find me and ask me questions.
That is
I want to make
awesome.
money.
I'm glad that you've really put all this together at this point.
You were there when I started it.
Yeah. Jenny, did you find your thing, or is there anything else you want to talk about?
Absolutely did. I'm going to use this time to review the clues.
All right.
For
Is it from
2003
Justin to Kelly?
From Justin to Kelly. The 5-point clue: sex and nudity. Some women at the beach are shown wearing bikinis, but nothing too raunchy. 4 points: profanity. At least 6 hells and 1 use each of God and for the love of God as exclamations. 3 points: in sex and nudity, a whipped cream bikini contest is held, and some women are shown in whipped cream bikinis. That was one of my favorites. Violence and gore for 2 points. 2 hovercrafts collide, resulting in one driver being thrown into the surf. He's pulled out, and we see a slight cut, a tiny bit of blood over his eye. We later hear that he got several stitches for that. And finally, the 1-point clue from Justin to Kelly: alcohol, drugs, and smoking. We see beer bottles on tables in the bar where Kelly works. A local guy, Luke, asks Kelly if she wants to go out for a couple of beers, and she comments on him passing out in the past.
Yeah, I think you solved it. I think that would have worked.
There is, and I've owned From Justin to Kelly on DVD. I was a very ironic teen. So I just watched it a few times out of spite because I bought it at Best Buy in a bin somewhere. It's wild. It's a ride. If you haven't, it's worth seeing once. So Mom, I'm sorry I made you watch tonight.
Do you have anything that you want to talk about, or is that just you got
Oh
anything
Lord,
going on?
I would love to. We're recording our show next month, so maybe I'll have something soon.
Hell yeah. Well, you're just going to have to come back on this and tell us about it.
I will try and stop.
All right.
You could stop me really easily.
I would never, though. Amma, do you have anything that you want to tell people about?
Sure. I run an online show. It is generally less competitive than this. I won't say always, but generally. It's called Pantry Raid Comedy. We get comedians to do sets and then talk about their hot food takes. Occasionally, if food takes oppose each other, then it gets competitive. But most of the time, it's just, I have an opinion and let's share it. The next one is February 8th on Twitch and Comedy Hub's website. So come join. We have fun.
Awesome. And I'm so excited to be able to do it. I think we're scheduled for March, I want to say. So yeah, watch Pantry Raid.
Put some links to that
Finally,
in the Facebook, please. I want to watch that.
You got it.
finally, our winner, Marty. You got any last words or any criticisms or?
Sure. I love winning. I love maintaining my title for the musical episodes. I hate that last mini game so much. I love winning though. I'm not going to question it too hard. I am in the Twin Cities. I am back in the market for friends because the snow melted a little bit and my mental health is doing better. So if you want to be friends, come find me. I am also going to try and bake more. My baking Instagram is at madeby.marty. Yeah, that's all I got. My dad, I think, is watching right now because he texted me when I won.
Well, hi, Marty's dad.
Hey, Marty's dad.
Hey, Marty's dad.
Well, thank you all for being here once again. Amma Marfo, Manix Catino, Jenny Isme, Marty Viscosi. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. Normally we do this show 2 times a week, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel you're watching. That's convenient. Subscribe, like, do all that YouTuber stuff. We are off next Monday, the 20, what's the Monday?
23rd.
23rd. We're off on the 23rd because I will be a guest on Mental Illness Mondays on Instagram. Follow my social media for more info on that. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you're normally watching this, watch that instead. I'll be talking about some of the brain stuff. And if you like this, go back and rewatch old episodes. Watch the 2 other musical episodes that Jenny hosted. Thank you so much for watching this. We'll be back next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern,